Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and welcome. In today's video, guys, we will be doing 4 fall DIYs. I cannot wait to show you how I did these, so stay tuned for today's video. We are starting off very easy with this first DIY. So this DIY is going to be simple. All you'll need is a glue gun, this welcome sign from the Dollar Tree, and also some faux leaves. I got this from the Dollar Tree as well last year. They do have burlap leaves as well if you're interested in that. And then they also have more selections of the welcome sign. This year I wanted to go very simple, and I love how this welcome sign looks. We are going to remove that greenery, and I had already done so before the video started. It did take off some of the residue, so I had to paint over it black just to camouflage it, and it worked out fine in the end. All you're going to do is put some glue on the faux leaf and then attach it to the welcome sign, and that's pretty much all for this DIY. I think it's very simple and very easy to achieve. If you already have a glue gun on hand, this DIY will cost less than $4, and that's great, especially if you have an entryway. This is exactly where I'm going to put mine, and I love how this looks. And let me know in the comments down below if you like this as well. Our next DIY is going to be adding a little more items, and it's also going to take a little bit of work, but in the end it's going to look very beautiful. So all you'll need are 2 packs of these burlap leaves. You can purchase these at the Dollar Tree, and then also just a book that you're not using anymore where you can rip out the pages. At first I chose this book, but I didn't really like how the pages were very different, so I went ahead and switched it out for a different book so that it looked all the same. Like I mentioned earlier, you're going to want to get a book that you're no longer using, or one that has just been laying around. So all you're going to do is put the leaf on top of the pages and trace over it. That way you can make multiple copies of this leaf, and then you're going to cut it out, and that's pretty much it for this DIY to start off with. These burlap leaves already have a stem attached to it, so you will need to cut them off individually. you will need one more item to this DIY, and that is string or twine. If you have that, you will need to cut it to size depending on how many leaves that you decide to make. I want this to be kind of a long garland, so therefore I'm gonna cut a bigger piece of twine. All you're gonna do is lay out the leaves accordingly how you would like them to be on the garland, or you can also stack them. It's up to you and your preference. I kind of just worked on it for a second to see how I liked it, and then I went ahead and started super gluing the leaves to the twine. Take your time while putting this garland together because you definitely don't want to mix up the order that you already have started. I had messed up a couple of times, so I had to redo it. But overall, it does look beautiful in the end. It just is a little bit more time consuming. This is how the leaves garland came out. It's a little bit longer than I was expecting for this area, so I don't think I'll place it here, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks. I love how it looks, and especially if you have outlets or lights that you can stick on the top. I think it would be so beautiful if you added lights to this. But overall, this was so simple to make. It was just a little time consuming, but it is really beautiful. Our next DIY is going to be a pumpkin wreath. I've wanted to make this since last year, but I never got the opportunity to. So in total, you will need 6 bags of the 3-pack pumpkins that Dollar Tree offers. Usually the bags are around $1.25 each, and they do come with 3 pumpkins. And for this DIY, you will need 6 bags if you're making 2 wreaths. But if you're making 1 wreath, you just need 3 bags. So what you want to do is pick your pumpkins that you want to be on the wreath, and then kind of put them in order depending on what colors you want to go for. You don't necessarily have to use these colors. You can use all orange or all burnt orange. You can also use blue, whatever color you choose to do, and basically you just kind of preparate it how you want it before you start super gluing it. This is just gonna give you an idea of how close you want the pumpkins to be and how it's going to be attached together. This was very helpful for me. I liked putting them all together and then kind of just placing them back together, and that's what worked for me. But it is a little time consuming because you do have to super glue each pumpkin, and then you also need to flip it around to super glue the back, just to make sure that it's secure. So like I said, I'm making 2 wreaths, so I'll need 6 packs of the 3-pack pumpkins that Dollar Tree has. But if you decide to only make 1 wreath, then you'll only need 3 bags of the 3-pack pumpkins. I hope that makes sense. But this is basically the same process of what I was doing with the first one. I put everything in order, and then I went ahead and super glued it. And then in the end, you'll see me flip them around to super glue the back, just to help secure them a little bit more and just to make sure that they don't fall apart. I also want to mention that the Dollar Tree pumpkins do come with clips on the back of them. I did have to remove each of the clips that were attached to these pumpkins, but this is how they looked, and I think this is so beautiful. I could not believe how gorgeous it looks hung up, especially in the kitchen. All I did was get a ribbon from Dollar Tree and then attached it to these, and then just attached it to the cabinet door. I think this looks so simple, but also so beautiful and elegant. Moving on to our last DIY, this is the one that's going to be the most time consuming, but the outcome is amazing. All you'll need are those 2 tall candles from Dollar Tree. You can also get the fragrance oil from Dollar Tree as well. That one is the scent Marshmallow. So what you'll do is get a pot of boiling water and put the candles inside of it so that the wax can melt. You will see that it is a little time consuming. I do need to put the candles on the side, and then I also at one point have to like stick the wax down so that it'll melt all of it. Like I said, it is a bit of a longer process, but the outcome is just phenomenal. What you'll do is go ahead and find a jar that you're willing to use. Now, Dollar Tree does have pumpkin jars. I wasn't able to find one this year, but I thrifted this jar and I went ahead and put the wax inside of the jar. I added the Dollar Tree marshmallow fragrance inside, and I basically just let it sit so that it could harden, and this is how the outcome came about. It is so beautiful. I love it. I love that I was able to repurpose this jar that I thrifted from Goodwill, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.